all of the stuff for the next 30 seconds. China Andy. Who's China Andy?
That's my buddy. Wait,
Hey,
he's
what's
in the
up?
chat?
Yeah,
Where my car shit at?
What a very official.
What's up, buddy? Oh, just getting this thing started. Man, it has been a week. That is for sure. And I didn't even go to an event. That's the crazy thing, and it's still been a week. That half of my basement was flooded a couple days ago, so that was cool.
Well,
but it didn't come on this side, so we're good.
Why did you let that happen?
It's a really dumb story.
What did you do?
So there was like a maintenance on power in the middle of the night. So they shut the power off from like midnight to like 6 a.m. And when they turned the power back on, in my sump pump, I have 2 pumps. I had like a backup one that I was using for some stuff, but I'd shut it off. And it was just kind of like pointed out of the sump pump. Well, when they turned the power back on, it turned the sump pump back on. So it was just dumping water from my sump pump into the basement.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool. And I went downstairs. I'm like, everything is wet. Awesome. So had to deal with that. That was fun. And then, just trying to catch up on everything before. I'm trying to get all of my work done before we leave for Orlando. And it's going to be close. Let's just say that. It's going to be close.
Well, you got like 24 and a half hours.
Right, exactly. I'm supposed to sleep at some point, but I mean, between that and the little one, it's debatable, you know.
Your flight is a little bit longer to Orlando, I'd say, than mine. I got even with a little layover, it's like, wow, it's like an hour flight to there, and then like another hour and a half here. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, why am I even picking seats?
I know. It's not bad at all.
No need.
KMR, what's up, buddy? We got Malik, what's up? This is gonna be a chill stream.
China Andy, no cars today.
We're
talking about.
Well, we're talking about Orlando and how stupid this bracket is, and why FD decided to.
Wait, do you want to just show the Atlanta bracket instead? It's the same thing.
It's
literally.
And man, there's so many like little things. Like FD does so many like good things. They're like, oh, okay, this is a cool idea, and then they just like the execution just went nowhere. I'm like, guys, what are we doing?
It's everything that Brandon had mentioned at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, you know what?
No one called me stupid.
I mean, they.
Fuck do I know? No, fuck do I know? Jeez,
dude. I mean, it was just like how I felt towards like Nate's idea of what he wanted Atlanta to be, and I was like, I don't know. That sounds like the cars are gonna do stupid things, and then it happened. And I'm like, wow, it was really cool. Like you were right, and it was cool.
Oh man, yeah. But. So Orlando, just on Orlando though, it's a lot of everyone's least favorite round, but I think it's largely because of Orlando and not because of the driving, because the driving usually is some of the best battles of the year.
Well, it's like the ugliest venue, even over St. Louis.
You mean you don't like bright green walls everywhere?
St. Louis is a pretty venue, but what we drive on is not the prettiest. You know, you got the big old fence, whatever. But yeah, the big green walls, no bueno. And just like they're all cracked up, dude. Like, and just I don't know.
Yeah, the track is paved beautifully every year. There's definitely not a crater-sized hole in the middle of a zone. never happens. Never happens.
Oh man.
They fixed it last year though, right?
Supposedly.
Or the year before or something like that. They changed like zones around to get, I don't know. I didn't see really.
Yeah, they changed zones around. The people were hopping and skipping and stuff. It was a good time, you know. It's always good when you're airborne mid transition. It really helps.
That's what I hear.
Just really putting all these suspension companies to the test. It's like which one is actually going to really withstand a little 1 foot hop, a little
Well,
bunny hop over the
right?
center of the course at 50 something miles an hour.
Well, it's like
Someone should entertain like Olin's or something. Get Olin's in the FT. Just advertise Orlando. Be like, we could win if we just focus here. We could win it.
We
exactly,
got
and
Zane
then
said, "Who cares about the beauty of the walls? It makes even as a spectator, I can imagine like you're staring at the same mundane, ugly, puke green walls hours on end." And then on top of that, if you're not a spectator, every single bit of content that you're gonna get, it's just ugly because of just you're in
yeah.
a fishbowl of puke.
Whenever I do highlight videos, I never use Orlando footage
It's bad.
because it just looks so gross.
Yeah.
If
I
I
mean,
want close
it's
tandems, I'll get Jersey. It's
yeah.
like
At least like we get cool sunsets.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just one
even
of
even
those.
if we have bad weather, it's like, oh my god, look at the sunset out of nowhere.
So and I haven't looked at weather, but I heard it might not be pretty. So what's new? Welcome to
I got new
Orlando.
pants.
Oh, those are gonna get ruined.
Well, no, I got not skinny jeans.
What?
You'll be yeah.
Look at this dude adulting over here. It's weird.
Wow. It's not 2016 anymore. Let's go.
All right, dude. Listen, I'm not 17, so 2016 seems like,
True.
like a big deal
Yeah.
for you, but
Oh
2012,
my God.
2012, you could say for.
All right. I'm just saying 2016 is when everyone wore skinny jeans. So,
It was
Well,
before
I
that.
guess I
easy.
was above the curve,
It was
dude.
before
There we
that.
go.
Let me tell you.
Well, listen, don't
There we
tell him.
go.
Just let me live this high of him thinking that I was I was above. Yeah, no, you're
You
right,
get
Brandon.
it. You
Actually,
get it. You get
I
it.
was
I'm just
above the
saying.
fashion trend.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
nah, and you
You
do a
still
little bit
are,
of
dude.
walking.
Still rocking the skinny jeans.
I do, but you do a
No,
little walking in Atlanta, and quickly you realize that you're in pain. So,
bad. Chafing real bad.
yeah, 30
Yeah.
years old hits you hard. But
I
what we
feel
got?
it.
We got the bracket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I figured we might as well actually talk about Orlando, even though if you really want to know about Orlando, you just go watch the Atlanta pre-show. Honestly, it's the same thing, right? No, we'll have some fun though. We'll do some polls in the chat. We'll see what chat's thinking, just in terms of winning battles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of the same. I don't even know if
Jack
there's
Seating's a
Shanahan.
little different. Seating's
well
very
in
different.
terms of battles, but I don't think there's new people, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
in the seating bracket, you're
Yeah.
saying.
I think it's all the same people
Basically
that I
the
remember.
same.
Yeah. So
Damn,
Yeah.
Vaughn gets that 7th place seating spot. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I know. So first complaint with FD, because this is probably going to be a lot of the show. Why is Vaughn on here? You know he's not coming. Why? Because now you
Yeah,
just
didn't they say they weren't gonna do this? Like they
Yeah.
take him off for the seating every
Yep. So that is the
I
first
say.
complaint. Why is Vaughn here? Because he wasn't supposed to be on here. But I think let's see. Let's start with good
I
old
did
Jack.
look at this a
Because
little
I
bit.
think this is a good time to do like a little retrospective on just how the guys' years have gone. As well while we go through this. Because we've seen a couple rounds. You know, we've seen some of them in the new cars and stuff like that. So you got Jack Shanahan. First off, are you surprised he's still in this seating bracket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty. I don't want to say I'm sad because I do like to see him drive, but I'd like to see him drive to the podium.
Right.
He's a guy I think I'd like to see up there. All the Irish drivers, honestly, because they just they do drive incredibly well, very aggressive and everything. And
Yeah.
his has shown he got the short end of the patchy weather stick on Atlanta and met that wall, which really sucked. I think that he would have taken out Forsberg, honestly.
I agree. Like that battle, I was really looking forward to. Like that was going to be good. And like during practice, his leads, he was the fastest guy, still holding angle, chases. Like he was inside of people's passenger seats, like feeding them biscuits. You know,
he got 4th place at Drift Masters, right? Was that
yeah,
4th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in Spain.
So he definitely, everybody knows he doesn't suck. But like, so to see him in the seating bracket still, I think is a bit of a shock. But also, I mean, that is racing, like he's able to now still earn some points every round. Good or bad. In his case, I think this is good, but it clearly hasn't like helped him out in the long run.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. I mean, he's got the Byron. I think he's gonna win that.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that'd be optimal.
But like, what about in terms of the car and stuff? What do you think? Do you think it's competitive? I know it's kind of a weird build, with the engine setup and it being a 1 series. Like, you think it's competitive? Do you think that's holding him back, or if it's just bad luck so far?
I mean, Long Beach, I think something, I forgot what it was. Like something was wrong
His
with the
brake,
dune
first
or
off, his brake
something.
caliper exploded and went through the tire.
Yeah.
That was a
So
I
problem.
think that's like
definitely
a
not
freak
ideal.
accident. No, that's
Yeah.
not like
Definitely
something that
not ideal.
happens regularly.
yeah,
In Long Beach, he could have beat Turk, but it's
that's right. That was the Turk battle that everyone was
big
like,
guy, big like Turk's a great driver, so that's like a big battle there. The car during testing blew up, so that wasn't optimal.
yeah,
Had to put a new engine in. Atlanta, he was looking good like throughout the whole weekend. I don't think he had any car issues. He seems to just be getting more used to it. And then he got some bad luck, like going on entry, like just overreacted. Whatever he said he overreacted to the patchiness and like overcorrected, and that's why he won the wall. Nothing failed on the car. It was just a genuine mistake, which
to be fair, a lot
again, it
broke on that
happens.
car afterwards, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
assume it looks like this now, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. But I mean, you saw the
yeah.
identical thing happen like back to back with him and then Osoli, where they go in and initiate. We talked about that last week, where it truly was just the patchy weather, and it sucked to see with the both of them. More so with Jack, I think, where he ended up wrecking his car. He couldn't even come out for the other half of the battle.
Yeah. I mean,
Holy
I
smokes.
think, oh my God, look who showed up. Look who decided to show up. That's crazy.
Oh, that's so funny.
I almost
Hey.
fell off my dinosaur.
That's crazy. No, but I think it's just been bad luck for Jack. Like he's a great driver. The car had issues in Long Beach. Atlanta it seemed to be fixed. Hopefully in Orlando it's like straight. I don't know how straight they could get it because that was a pretty bad hit straight onto a concrete wall. It moved the concrete wall. They had to get the whatever it's called, the
Yeah.
excavate, not excavate. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
One of
get
the
the
thing to move the
excavator out there.
wall, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Thing to move the wall. That's what they.
The lull. They got the lull out there, and they picked that thing up. They made
Yeah.
some moves with it. They got the excavator actually.
But every time someone hit that
Bob.
wall, the wall moved, which isn't great. Like
Bob himself, the builder, was out there.
yeah, it broke like the interior lines of the concrete wall, which I can only imagine how expensive that is, and also risky to keep, running the cars and
Yeah.
having that wall that could just be pushed over again.
It was a less than ideal scenario. We'll say that.
Yeah, 100%. But I think Jack in Orlando, like his brother, won last year, so I think he could maybe do well. I don't know about winning, but he can do well.
There's a lot of competition on the field. Whereas I'd even say last year, everybody's eyes were set on James Dean and Connor Shanahan. Honestly, even though Connor wasn't going to be at all the rounds, like they were quite dearly like upset as a fan standpoint that he wasn't going to be at that 8th round or whatever. Yeah, everybody expected the two of them to do well, but now it's like, all right, well, who's actually going to take it? Is it going to be Odie, Dean, Turk, Osbo, Field, the Shanahan brothers, like all these guys, even Brandon Sorensen, like tons of different dudes. Dylan, he won 3 years ago or whatever it was now, 2 years, 3 years. Making another one this year. So,
Yeah,
I think the competition's harder.
I think you're gonna see a fun Jack Shanahan at this round. Orlando, because you remember Connor Shanahan here last year, like just pushing people on the track. So I think you're gonna see the same Jack Shannon this weekend. Hugh Jangle just commented. I was watching Rome's vlog. He got Jack's car fixed. It wasn't bent as bad as it looked. So that's good to hear. As long as he's got a car to drive, that I think he's gonna be a problem. And I think he's going to be motivated just because of how the first 2 rounds have kind of gone, where it's just kind of a tough battle with Turk and then a fluke incident. So definitely looking to improve here. Next up, we got Nick, Novak, and Dan, Rad Dan. All right.
Radical Daniel.
Radical Daniel, man.
I don't know.
Very mad Dan from Atlanta. So
yeah, bummer.
Luckily, he's not in the lower seeds this time, so I think he's safe. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You never know. The 16 and 15 don't count. You got who we got in the 14. Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen.
That's going against
Sully, Matta.
Brutzky wins against Vaughn.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't know. It'd take a lot of bad luck for Dan to get knocked out here of competition again. But I do know he was not exactly happy with Atlanta, especially with the call and everything like that.
I think we can understand why that is, right? Like, looking at it subjectively, we can get why he's a little bit upset.
Oh, for sure.
And
for sure.
Talking with the judges and talking with how they emphasized doing the good lead run in the drivers meeting so much, and they continue to use that as their crutch, but what they use to really punish drivers is on the leads this year, which again I appreciate that they're sticking to their guns on this. It does definitely make for some pretty interesting calls though at times, and I think Rad Dan's was probably one of the most obvious or most, I don't want to say obvious, but just most awkward calls, just because it was such a big gap for Matta in the chase. So that's like. Do
you think they stayed consistent from like Long Beach to Atlanta as far as those calls?
For the most part, yes. I think it was very evident in Long Beach. And I think Atlanta, they pretty much continued it. I'm trying to remember if there was any that I didn't think where the lead was bad, but like as far as like the calls go, from what I remember and have seen, I definitely think they're really trying to reward lead runs. Now, he's not going against a slouch here because Nick Novak's actually I'm pretty sure he's had some pretty good rounds in Orlando, if in my remembrance.
It's crazy because I would put Rad Dan up to like one of my favorite entries on this track, and then Nick Novak just absolutely rips here. And it's like, damn, you're going to put 2 of these heaters up against each other like that. Like, hell yeah, honestly. Like, it should be a really fun and good battle. And the fact that they're both sitting in the middle top of the seating bracket, like, the stakes aren't pressing. So no matter who should
I think Dan wants
to
win, though. I'll be honest. I think Dan is going to be pushing Nick around the track. Just because of how his year's kind of gone. It's just he just hasn't had like the good event that I was kind of expecting him to have with the new suspension change.
His home track too, right?
Now it is.
Yeah.
He's got to do it for the Florida boys out there.
Do it for the boys.
But I'm curious. Chat is actually going Nick Novak at 82% right now. So are you surprised?
No, I'm one of the no backers.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised at how big the gap is, but I'm not surprised that they would pick Novak.
I think because they haven't really ultimately seen Rad Dan shine. You know, if you haven't like tuned in for like any of the practice or anything like
Yeah.
that, like Rad Dan truly has been ripping this year, and it hit me like yesterday. I was like, wow, this is already round 3. Like we're almost halfway through the season already.
Oy.
And yeah, which is crazy, but like he truly has been killing it out there. It's just you find yourself in these spots where everybody's doing well. Like nobody's like much of a slouch anymore. Like nobody's like just standing out and you're like, haha, you're the loser. Like everybody's like good, you know? So
Yeah.
you just winners win, losers lose. Yeah. Yeah. It's like everybody becomes the loser at some point, and I was actually talking about this with like Bystrack and like how like Alex himself too is in like a loser's like circle right now where like your brain just keeps thinking about like, oh, here comes like another one, like
Like a slump.
mark another tally on the board, like, and like
Baseball, like batters get in a slump where they just can't hit for no reason.
yeah. Yeah, and like I can't put my own brain into that mentality because I don't know what that feels like to be in this sport.
Yeah.
Like so like I can only imagine what it feels like, you lose 1, you lose 2, and now like you're on your 5th loss. You can't get into that top 16 and it's like, holy shit, dude. Like what am I even doing here? It's like,
It
but
might be
ultimately,
some like mental target fixation. Like, you know how they say if you stare at the wall, you're gonna hit the wall.
yeah.
Like if you're constantly thinking about, oh, I lose, I lose, I lose, I lose, you're almost like putting yourself in that headspace, like you said, and like making it easier for you to do
Yeah.
poorly.
100%.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. So we'll see. I hope that both of them just come out and shine like their true selves, like they do
Hell
in
yeah.
practice, and put on a good show for all the fans out there. And yeah, I do go Novak though. I don't know why. I think he's just gonna just throw down.
Yeah. I'm going to try and keep
Yeah.
track of these polls, and then we'll do the poll for each battle after this.
Okay.
We'll see who chat picks at the
Yeah.
end here. I think it'll be fun. So chat definitely picked Novak 70. I think it was 71% to 28%. So Novak is the favorite, but I'll be honest. I would want to go against Rad Dan this round.
Okay.
No.
After last round, I don't think he is going to leave the side of your car untouched. Let's just say that.
I hope not, dude. After driving finally these VDC cars, these Supras are fun.
Oh man. So let's go ahead and get the next poll up while I'm doing this. Herbie, you want to quick break down the next battle?
Andy Hateley, Derek Madison. Derek Madison has currently been traveling around. He's in Florida right now. He got to do a couple of test laps at LZ's little compound that he's got going on, but you're only as good as you feel as good. And Andy Hateley, he's in a new suit, baby. He's new suit goofing.
Dude, I saw that. It was
Did
sick.
you see?
I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to look at it.
It is nice. It is
Alright,
very
I'll
fun.
pull it up. I gotta pull it
Yeah,
up.
pull it up.
It's pretty sick.
But yeah, this is a fun battle because like the two of them are like, I hate to say it because Hateley has been in it, but they're like rising stars, in a way.
Yeah.
Um,
They're the new guys in pro. They both went, I guess, Hateley back into pro and Derek into pro last year, right?
was it? Yeah, last year. He definitely had some car setup problems and mechanical problems and logistical problems and all of the problems, honestly.
Problems.
But yeah, no, I think this should be something. I mean,
Oh
every
my
time.
god.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, with the lightning, the little guy on there.
Dude. I don't know, man. He's gonna be feeling brand new when he
That's
rolls
what
up
I
to the
mean.
track.
Yeah,
Yeah, he went bold with like no sponsors either. just full on.
Just full
light.
Drift Wizard. Yep. Yeah.
Even the little
Yep.
guy in the chest there. That's
Yeah,
fun.
Amazing.
It's a good looking suit. So
Yeah, I like it a lot.
this is a tough one because this is where a lot of marbles are up for the win here. You know, you got Derek that is seated at such a high number that he's really got to fight for this win. But like Andy, to me, I mean, he's won here in Prospect, and he definitely could do it again in Pro. I think like he just lays down. He does lay down a very consistent run here. He doesn't do anything flashy. He doesn't throw a lot of angle. Sometimes semi mistake, but he handles it very well. And I think Derek's going to be up for a very difficult time up against Hateley. Ultimately, I hope Derek's car works well. I hope like anytime Derek goes up against James Dean in a practice run, and it's like, holy shit, where is this guy every other run? I tell him this every time. I'm like, brother, what the hell? That was so good. It's like you're running for your life or something. You should do that all the time.
Yeah, I know judges have talked to him about his throttle control, just because of how abrupt it is and how loud that car is. First of all, sorry Derek, but your car does not sound good. It sounds like a truck.
Yeah. Someone I was sitting next to said it sounded like an Oldsmobile motor. It sounded like an Oldsmobile like 454 from the 70s.
It's rough, but the other thing
I'm
is
biased. I like trucks.
It makes you really obvious though when you're doing corrections and throttle modulation. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't sound good in the lead when he does that either. So finding a way to make, like, one guy that's really good at hiding when he's on and off throttle is Manoa. Like,
yeah,
the car is it makes a lot of noises.
Manoa's ever off throttle.
But like he is off throttle a lot of times. But the car makes so many damn noises that sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. You know,
and
it's
very
just all
abrupt.
wastegate when it's very loud. I think that car, like in the rain, that car was the loudest because it's just all wastegate when it's coming up. And, coming towards you, it's so loud.
Splashes the water out underneath the turbos too. It's like, man, you could. I mean, at least like through the camera lens too, you're like really seeing it. I'm like, oh, buddy, wow, you look like me.
Pretty neat.
Pretty neat, but yeah, you look like me out there, all on or all off. There is an in between. It's crazy.
Yeah, that car is not really made to go in between. It seems like.
Apparently.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end the poll off here. Hateley wins 67% to 33% for Madison. So basically a 2-1, or not 2-1. Sorry, it'd be
2.
Got it.
3-1.
Yeah, 2-1. You cut it by thirds.
You're right. Yeah, I'm special.
You were right the first time.
It's been a long day. But yeah, so 2-1 for Hateley. I don't know if I would agree because Derek is going to be pushing because he is that 13th spot, and he won't know if he makes it through until Rudy goes. So I know if I'm actually picking Madison this one just because of that fact, because I know he's going to put everything into that run, where Andy really he can take it or leave it at this point. You know, he's going to push, but I don't think he's going to put his car through someone's door to win a battle. So.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to be feeling comfy after those practice laps, right?
Getting
to practice ahead of everybody else is like you got to be feeling a little more comfy.
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this next battle. This next battle is gonna be a good one. Which how many times? I feel like these guys have actually battled twice now, or once at least.
Did they do it last? I know they did Long Beach.
Long Beach, they did.
Last time wasn't. Last time Connor went against Nick Novak in Atlanta.
And then Utah last year for all the marbles, I'm pretty sure they had to do battle in the finals, right?
Yep.
So we've seen this matchup a bunch. It's an exciting one. Me petting my cat like a supervillain. Yes, excellent.
This is an exciting one.
Excellent battle.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a shame to see them up against each other again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Have you
one of
guys
those
seen
things.
Connor's story?
I haven't.
Yeah, he got his new
He
motor.
got his fat little mo I'll pull it up on the laptop. He got his
got-
Brandon.
fancy pants motor over
How many
here.
computers you got in that room, dog?
This one and this one. You know?
1 million.
Pretty good motor there.
Yeah,
what,
not too shabby.
what
Not too shabby.
is there a breakdown on it?
Just a couple late model engines, 454. It makes 940 NA. Engine dyno probably 940,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
and
800
yeah.
wheel,
Mhm.
not terrible. And then 300 shot is ready to go and 9,000 RPM. So
Spicy.
that's a motor right there.
Yeah.
Dang,
Man,
that
this
thing
is a
looks-
tight battle.
Excellent.
This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
I
and
don't-
speaking of engines, TLO kept his engine together for
He did. He even did a
Atlanta.
bunch of grid life, getting a little rowdy there. So, I mean, maybe he's in good hands now. Maybe it's all broken in the right ways. But I'm gonna just because O'Sullivan is
old
in the
Sully running
same.
that motor in Orlando? That's the question.
Be a
If
very
he
quick
just got it,
turnaround.
I was gonna say if he just got it, I don't think
Yeah.
he's putting that in.
Well, let me look since I got it pulled up. Let's look at the earlier stories. Is his motor out of his car? Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Regardless, I would still have to say him. He's in the chassis that he knows. It's tried and true. I think he might take Tommy on this one. At the same time, Tommy's a psychopath, so
I don't think so. I think Tommy's got this in the bag with that vet.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna say Sully just because of how he drove in Atlanta was insane until he didn't drive amazing.
until he did like a 540. Yeah, that was a crazy loop-de-loop. Crazy save as well.
Exactly. So
But
I don't know.
yeah, tough battle.
I'm excited for it though. It's gonna be a good one. Pull is actually it's getting like even-ish. It's at 59%. O'Sully 41%. Tommy, and that's the closest one we've had so far. So we'll probably.
It was sick until it wasn't. Yeah, that's right, Malachi.
So we're gonna end the pull off here. Keep in mind, O'Sully wins that one, and we'll move on to our next battle, which is Daigo Saito versus Byron. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a close one.
How long did you have that in the chamber ready to fire?
He was ready.
He was like,
I mean, if that motor blows up, then
Exactly, dude. That dude is great at breaking that car. Like, amazing at it.
He's really like trying, like hammering down on trying to blow that thing the fuck up.
He's like, give me that TRD V8. You got like 8 of them, Jerry. Give me one. Give me one.
Did you see that they just put some up, I think, for sale?
You're kidding me.
I don't doubt it.
I genuinely think they put some up for sale. But, when we were just talking about like Manoa being like a little like on off, like, you hear his wastegate all the time. But like Daigo's driving is definitely like he is just pissed off and it's just floor to the ground or foot to the floor, and completely off, and then just dumping it back in. And it's like, dude, you're just banging limiter and just like trying to break like axles or something, like all the things, like you're just trying to abruptly hurt this unit. And I don't know. There's like zero finesse right now. I don't know if it's out of frustration or it's just out of maybe he's used to the good old V8 life.
Do you think it's possible that he doesn't really love the setup and wants to like put it through its paces and prove that he should have a different setup? Conspiracy.
I don't know. I think there was some miscommunication, and he's not driving what he thought he was driving. And Jerry's like, "You're driving this,"
Yeah, that's what I heard.
that's just how it goes. And it's not been good. I'll be honest. Daigo's only win is because Vaughn had a mechanical. Otherwise, Vaughn was winning that battle.
Didn't he beat
Mhm.
Jack? Did he beat Jack? Or no. In Long Beach. No.
Nope. He has got one win to his name, and that was because of a mechanical of the other driver. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I really consider that a win. So we'll see if he can actually beat someone in FD in 2025. I'll be
The
honest.
Big 25.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's going to be against Dimitri, but we'll get to that battle in the next round here.
I mean, we got Skimby. Lucky for Daigo, I think they skipped the Byron and seating, which is, I think,
that's a good
possible.
point. That is a good point because
true,
as of right now in the poll, Byron is winning 83% to 17% Saito.
I mean,
we got a bunch of trolls in
crazy.
here.
You'll have that on them bigger jobs, you know.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like you gotta make it.
Malachi said first Daigo win of the year, maybe. I hope you're talking battle with Byron and not event. No offense. Full offense. Not
Definitely,
happening.
definitely. I think battle.
All the offense taken.
If Daigo pulls off a W at that event, like it would have to be an act of God to the point where it would be like very exciting to watch, and maybe you might even be happy about it.
Okay.
That's how crazy.
If I could figure out how to bet, I'd put $5 down on Daigo every round because you know the odds right now must be through the roof.
We short drivers. Can we do that? Is that a thing? We can short them.
We're not running a stock.
Can we do that?
Here.
Why not? Can that be a thing in betting? We could short
sports
people.
Betting. I guess you could hype up the crowd and be like, "Yo, this guy, he's got it. This guy's got it this round." And then ultimately you're like, "Yo, you fucking idiots."
Oh gosh. To be fair, if there's a round for Daigo to go off, it would be Orlando, right?
Yeah. Or Seattle. He does good at Seattle.
Does he?
When he used to do it. Yeah. The big tracks, the big power
10
tracks.
Years ago, Brandon.
I know.
That was when you
I
were
don't
5
hate
years
Daigo,
old.
but yeah, it was when I was 5. I definitely didn't have a driver's license then.
I just want to say 10 years ago, I could do like a round of back handspring full, and I definitely can't do that anymore. So
yeah, Daigo, you know, we'll see. I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it around nice. I don't know, dude. Bet $5 won 1.9 mil. Yeah, for real, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. What if I lose, you know, $45 at the end of the year?
I don't hate Daigo.
That would be 9 rounds.
If he wins stuff, that'd be good because you know it's Daigo. It's like Daigo's Daigo, but I don't know. Just the first stream this year, like people hyping him up, saying he's gonna get top 5 in the championship. It's like I don't know where you're pulling that out of. You know, it's unrealistic.
You can't even get top 5 in FD Japan.
Yeah,
it's a different game now. It's way
I didn't
different.
even stay up enough to go and troll in the FD Japan chat this weekend. I really
didn't do terrible. Well, I don't. Oh, we got top 32 this past weekend.
Well, I didn't
First
mean
round, you
just
got
troll him.
top 8.
I was gonna troll the announcers and everything else and the chat. Oh wow, that was a sick run. Was it though? They weren't even in the same time zone. Like, what do you mean, dude? They were just fucking 16 car lengths apart. What do you? Yeah, oh, that was sick. Let me tell you. Whatever. Whatever. Continuing on. Daigo Saito, this is your only other second win that you're gonna get. Good luck.
Wow, that was crazy.
All
right.
Slanders we'll move on from Dima for right now, and we'll get back to him in the next round. Let's talk about the RB boy and good old Rudy, who's fighting for his life technically. Yeah. So obviously this is the first and most important battle in the seeding bracket because we have technically 33 drivers. So the only first driver to get knocked out is going to be Rudy if he loses. Do you think that changes the tide here?
That's a really tough one.
I'm just gonna say no, personally.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so. I don't know. He's kind of a wild card in my book.
Yeah.
You
Well, the
never
thing
know if
was,
he's gonna be like throwing down or not.
well, the problem is literal is like really good in Orlando.
Yeah, if his
He's
car
lit,
keeps
dude.
together.
Dude, I don't remember him
He's
lighting the back of his car
that
on
thing's
fire
been together.
last year.
Yeah. That
He's been
thing's
doing good.
He's
Knock
telling
on-
me that thing's quick now. He needs to
knock
like
on wood.
understand like he needs to slow down in places. He can't just use all the momentum everywhere.
Right.
He's gotta slow the car down now, which is cool. Cool to hear from him.
I hope that he
Yeah.
just does more tire fires so we get cool footage.
Exactly.
Yeah. With the green too would be pretty
With
cool.
the green, yeah.
I like
You don't like it?
I liked it when it was red. Okay.
Yeah.
When that
Yeah,
car
the
was
red was
red,
cool.
boy.
I like the Sunoco look too, but the Sunoco look up against the Orlando walls was bad. That was rough because that's an immediate contrast, and that was like, wow, this is something. And then he did the tire fire. I was like, all right, that's cool.
Now this year you got green on green though.
Green
you
on
know?
green. That's the
There
only
you
thing.
go.
That's
Well,
going,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
Did
not
It
gonna be
doesn't
able to
look
see the
bad.
car. It's gonna be
he
camouflage.
changed his livery like halfway through the season last year? Do you think he's gonna do that again?
He did that. He only
I hope
changed
so.
it in
Go back to
Irwindale.
red.
Yeah,
Do it.
at
That
the
was-
end, Sarah.
It was for the Las Vegas Grand Prix promotion with Sunoco.
Okay.
Sunoco, run our boy some more money so he can change that livery.
The green isn't bad. There could be
I like
worse.
I
the
like it
green.
better
And
than
it's-
the blue, but
It's hype because it's all painted. Like he's got a
Mhm.
painter out in California,
that's
and he
wild.
like paints it, puts the flake into it, and everything. It's like a dude who paints
Yeah,
lowriders. Like
that's
that's
pretty
sick.
crazy.
Sick. That's
Yeah.
sick.
it is good. I do like the
Maybe
red. I
change
just want the
change the
red
wheels
back.
though. There's
Nobody
more than
else
3
has it.
spokes.
He's got more than 3. Do you not watch FD, Herbie? He's got more than 3 spokes this year. He's
Oh, he
got
does?
multi spokes.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I look at the camera.
Oh my god! You can see the car going by through the fucking camera.
You don't
are
know what
talking
I
about?
see.
Okay, no, you're right. I know nothing. I know nothing.
I mean,
I'm locked in,
Yeah.
dude.
I don't
All
see
I'm
the
locked
lie
in on
here.
is
Wait.
making sure I hit all the buttons at the right time, dude.
Oh my
Okay?
God.
Malachi
It's-
said, oh no, it was someone
Oh,
CFC
Tri-Spokes.
Fire said the green is very graphic design is my passion.
Oh yeah.
What a burn.
Oh, that's pretty good. And he did mention something about BBC, which I don't know what he's talking
The
about.
British channel of
That's
television.
there's
That's
2
the only
different.
thing it could be.
Surely. Sure.
It's the British Broadcasting Company, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
Paddington
LZ
style.
will
Yeah,
have the
European.
BBC
Yeah, that's
running
right.
an FD. I don't get it.
I don't
Uh,
know. I'm
alright.
curious. I would like to know what his input was on that one. And Tri-Spokes for life, though. I am a hater on Tri-Spokes.
Nah,
I
me
think
too.
Cody's
They're
car
so
looks
whack.
I'm already
so
calling out the
stupid.
350Zs that run them in Prospect. Guys,
They're
come
so
on.
whack.
Come
They're
on,
so
guys.
whack.
Look at
Did
just
he
look
really
at your
change-
car and look at the
did
I'm not
wheel.
gonna. Yeah,
Come
he's
on.
not sponsored by Heritage anymore. He's got like light tri-spokes. I picked up a set of those tires, like just a wheel with tire. Dude, that's got to be like 350 pounds of rotational mass with those fucking tri-spokes. They are so heavy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Not
but
to
it's so
mention-
sick, bro.
They're so ugly.
No,
They're
it's
hideous.
so sick. It's so sick. It's
I
like
don't hate
JDM.
them,
It's
but they're
so
not
cool.
great. On an S15, it's cool. On a 350Z,
Hater.
it's not cool. I'll be a hater with the 350Zs. Tell you that. The 2 in Prospect, not a fan.
Yeah.
There's 2 that are on fucking
if they-
Tri-Spokes?
If
Did
they
I
were
miss it?
free, though,
Yeah,
good
it's
for
Cody
you.
and
If they're free,
DJ.
good job.
The
They
yellow
both have
car?
the tri-spokes. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. This
No,
is
DJ Stubstan,
Not... Yeah.
like Literal's
Oh,
old
they both
350Z,
got-
the black one.
Yeah. I'm not.
Jesus.
First off, I'm not a tri-spoke guy, and then I'm not a 350Z guy, so it's like double for me. I'm like, yeah, okay. But
For the
yeah, I
what's
know.
that for the
All right,
Mm.
just so you know, Literal won that. 86% to 13%. So Hansen's definitely the minority in that one, but we'll see.
I think it's going to be a wild card. I think I'm not even predicting that one. But yeah.
Well, it is an RB, so you are correct there. It is an RB.
Oh wow, yeah. Federico, I think, is going to take the seating bracket all the way to the top.
Yeah, you think? I was thinking he should like.
It's funny. We got a comedian in the stream tonight.
I was thinking he could like take the inside line on the grass there, and I think he got it. I think
he might. Nuts. He might come out with like some fucking off-road tires or something. Start getting crazy on the infield. Start doing some sick shit. But don't lie.
I don't understand why it's like the craziest thing ever and why people were freaking out about it. I was just like, I didn't get it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what was so amazing about it? Because like everyone was freaking out.
I think in person it was like shocking. That's what was cool about it.
I'm just like,
why the fuck did he do that?
I'm just like, brother, like, what?
One pass
it was very
Nuts.
dangerous. He shouldn't have done that.
2 passes is crazy. I completely agree. I think he let his temper get the best of him for being like angry that he went that far off and was like, fuck it. But
Right, can't you just do one of these and call it a day, bud? Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch like I talked to people who like know Federico or know of him and were like, that was out of anger, not out of like fun. And then you watch the LZ video and he was like, he was doing that because he didn't want LZ to be his bitch. That's what he said, quote unquote. So
oh my god.
Just saying, Not great.
People keep saying big block. He's not running the big block this weekend, guys.
Big block.
Although that thing is sick as hell. I can't wait. I was waiting for someone to do a big block drift car. I'm not going to lie.
LZ's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's building one. Cool. And it's going to be sick.
It's going to be cool.
Big block. That is a big block. Not a big block.
With the emoji B.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's going to be sick.
10 4-liter. Jeez. 572 cubic inches. That is a big block.
It's going to be fun is what it's going to be.
It's a big block.
Because you see obviously a lot of the dragsters and stuff and just how obnoxious they are when they go off launch. It's just going to be like that for LZ. As soon as he gets the car sideways, there's going to be and then it's going to be good. I'm excited.
You think he's going to have to replace the heads after every run just like a fucking drag car? He's going to have the whole field of Scots in his pit, ready to just replace that thing in a 5-minute call. It's like, all right, boys, let's get her done. You got a guy for each one of the bolts on that thing, ready to take it out, put it back in. But
I'm excited that someone's actually doing it because I was waiting for someone. I was surprised no one had done it yet.
And motors are not cheap. So
yes, neither is like a Roush Yates motor that the RTRs are using, and those make more power than the Roush Yates motors.
Who else runs a Roush Yates besides RTR?
Kaufman used to.
Ford Performance. Well, we know that story why he ran it.
Yeah,
but if you had a choice, he wouldn't run it.
Right.
Kaufman, Matt Kaufman.
Oh.
They also, I mean, they're trying. Obviously, Osoli's trying it with his NA setup and whatnot and getting by. But like, I just feel like it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, I think so too. It's gonna be a good.
But you got
all right. So let's get back to this battle we were talking about.
Freddie, V12s. We got 4-cylinder difference here.
This
right?
Is true.
That V12
Freddie,
or is that
Freddie
V10?
versus Matta. Although I'm not gonna lie, I like Matta at this track.
Same.
He just is not gonna win. Just plain and simple. He's not gonna win this. He's gonna get put into the top 32 because he's 6th in the seating. He's not gonna win a seating battle. He's not going to win his top 32, and if he does, it's only by a mechanical. It is what it is. Sorry, Federico. Figure it out.
It's a bummer. Okay, it's a bummer because
Christ.
I like the guy. I like his driving in the other chassis I've seen him drive, and yet he's duct taping one hand behind his back and getting his ass kicked in every fist fight he's in. Unduct tape your hand.
Apparently, the woman talked, and I had to shut her up real quick. That was.
Yeah.
They were like,
They did.
Like beeble a booba. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I had to
Novak.
quick silence the woman.
What's
back?
up with the hate on Italy? There is no hate on
Nothing
Italy.
hate on Italy.
bro, I love Italy.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't have hate on Italy.
It's just the chassis. It's
I'm
not
I'm
good.
personally. I'm just like to point out I'm personally not a big fan of Italy. So.
Oh my god. Okay, we
You
have one Italy hater
fucking-
for some fucking reason.
All right, we got an
All
Italy
right,
hater.
whatever. Yeah,
You weaned him out, Francis. You figured out who it was. It's like Clue, and you just figured it out on the first round. But I mean, cooking him too hard. I don't think it's just it's facts. What has he? I mean,
yeah.
oh, he did like a cool thing that was incredibly not, safe or at all at Atlanta. Wow. The only other time he's had like hissy fits. The only other things he's done is have hissy fits, and then he puts on this facade that he's this happy-go-lucky guy. It's not. Your woe is me is because you choose this $250,000 chassis, and you can't get parts for it from fucking Njuku Racing, or Jags or wherever AutoZone. You have to go and weld your own fucking nonsense. No, dude.
So okay,
All
I would be
right,
pissed
like-
off too if I lost all the time, and I think we can attribute that, which we're being nice about it, is that chassis is not good. That's just a fact of society. It's just not good for drifting. He
It's
tried to do
great in
something
Forza
cool.
Motorsport.
Right. He tried to do something cool. It looks good. It's a cool car. It's not a good drift car. It is what it is. And if he wants to stop being frustrated, we all see it as like a very easy answer of just, unfortunately, pick an easier chassis to drive.
Yeah, I'm sure even his like party car, that taxi Maserati thing that he has, is probably easier to drive than that car.
I'd bet money on that. I put a $5 on that.
I put a 5 on that one. But yeah, no, I mean, only 1 out of 4 Italian hate here, I guess. That's Papa DDL over here. So my
Someone
hate
in the
only
chat
resides in
said
just realism.
Someone in the chat said the snap spaghetti thing, and I just kept picturing like, let's tie him down, and we'll be like, we'll have the spaghetti here. We'll be like, pick a different chassis or we break it. We'll break the spaghetti. We'll do it. And he's like, no. We're like, yes.
Invite him into a pit, be like, yo, we got food cooking, and just like right when you got the water on a boil, you're like, snap. All right, yeah, so we're making pasta.
Oh man.
You want some sauce on it? You want some gravy?
Some sauce?
You want some gravy? You want some gravy on this one?
Gravy. Yeah.
That's what the Italians call it.
Is it? Can we get a real Italian and not a Jersey Italian to confirm that?
Apparently, that's what they say. I don't know. That's what Jersey Italians say. I don't know. It's just like, gabagool.
Well,
Right,
I think he's gobbed his last goal.
Yeah, well, just so you guys know, Matta wins that 81% to 11%. That's the biggest gap so far.
Who voted for Federico? Is crazy. You are a loyal fan. You're a good man, sir. You're a good man. Whoever that was.
Oh man.
So
that's
all
great.
right. Yeah, now we're doing like who we win.
We're going all the way to the.
Might as well.
All right.
Just have a little fun. We're gonna go a little faster through the rest of these though, because we don't have to talk about them. But everyone, get your votes in real quick. We got Jack Shanahan versus Nick Novak. A couple BMWs. I am curious to see where this one goes.
Yeah. I'm going Novak.
Yeah, I think if Novak wins the first one, he's tearing through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
The chat doesn't think so. That's for sure. I will say that right now.
Hey.
We're
close. We're pretty close.
Yeah, 59%, 41%.
I'm going Novak. I mean, last year Novak's podium twice in Pro Spec here, and then last year he got top 8, lost against the round winner. So not not a terrible chance that Novak can do well this round. So
This is true.
all I'm saying.
All right. We got 20 votes in. That's probably good sample size here. We got 60-40. So Jack Shanahan narrowly wins, but I think that's a lot on the name. And
I picked Jack Shanahan.
did
Sorry,
you?
Nikki. Sorry, Nikki. I don't know, dude. He's got the Irish in him.
I'm gonna
What
pick.
does that mean?
I'm gonna pick Jack too, just because that was because I think he needs revenge from last round and kind of looking silly.
It's like when you're at the roulette table, dude, and it's like, why you want to pick 00 over 0? I don't know. There's 2 of them.
Oh.
Look at him.
Hey,
Who did the chat have winning? Was it O'Sully over Lemaire?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
sure.
can scroll.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So we're gonna start the next poll here.
Hateley and
O'Sully.
Sully.
And this is with the old motor, not the new one that you're holding up, Brandon.
Don't care. Hey.
If Brandon can hold up that motor, I'd give him $50.
That's a lot of bucks. I'll do it.
Oh, that's actually hilarious. I was watching the stream on YouTube, and you were lifting up the
nice.
computer at that point. That's why I said that. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the.
Wow, you're behind.
Yeah. Well, every time I move on the screen,
long day for him. Long day.
It's been a
He's
struggle.
got
Okay.
the technology thing. It gets a little weird going on.
It's a struggle, you know. Yeah. Once we get 20 votes in here, we'll end it up, or close to 20 votes.
All right, Francis. You said Lemaire is gonna win this. This is back. You're looking at the 16. So we're taking the overall vote.
We're looking at the votes.
We're taking the chat votes
that
here.
was one of the closest ones. That was definitely a close one with Tommy Lemaire versus Connor O'Sullivan. But right now we got O'Sullivan.
We gotta go with the chat. You know that is the
Hateley.
Chat is the decider for this this seating bracket, because usually we do like a pick or whatever. I thought it'd be fun to have the chat to decide who's gonna win here.
Chat's got the cider. We got the cider all up in there.
The community, the community dream bracket.
The dream bracket. I don't know about dream bracket.
I think O'Sully's winning that. I don't know.
I also chose. He does a little more crazy style angle and aggression.
He does a crazy style. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he does. He bounces.
You
on
learn
that
that's
shit
a term
crazy.
Herbie uses a lot. Crazy style. I'm like, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a term in English, but we'll
it is. China Andy, if you're in the chat, you would attest to this. You would understand.
That's yeah. Okay.
That's all that matters.
All right.
He knows.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I would
say
O'Sully
wins that at 76%.
Hey.
Next up we have Daigo versus Dmitry Brutzky. This will be a fun one. I'm actually curious to see what people say for this.
You can't pick neither. You must choose one.
Well, Dimitri's good.
That's the thing.
Dimitri is good.
Yeah.
Love him or hate him, he is a good driver.
Do you remember when you got really mad at Alex Jaeger here for a crash?
Never.
What are you talking about? I've seen Dimitri mad.
I was right there.
It
was so funny. It was Nate and I. Before I was with Nate on his team, and he's 15 feet down on the wall, and I'm overdoing my dumb thing, and Dimitri just wrecked right in front of us and just got out of the car and just started just talking shit about Alex. I was like, yes, dude. I'm like, hell yeah. We got it all on camera.
It was a good
I knew you hated him. And then ultimately it's just racing.
Yeah, it's just he was bad.
Emotions come out.
It was that was the first thing I thought of when I thought of Orlando Dimitri. I was like, oh, I remember this. It was a good time. Shout out to Dimitri though, because he is helping me out this weekend, getting our other media guy down there. So shout out.
Is he
Dimitri.
really? He's driving.
I love you, buddy.
Rob, you're an idiot.
That's all we're gonna
Yeah.
say.
It's
That's all we're
plain
gonna
and
say on
simple, dude. Oh my god.
it. But it's an inside joke that you guys don't need to know about. But in terms of this battle, we are looking at the chat right now. 67% say Brutzky, and I am not surprised. Not gonna lie. Dimitri
Damn.
has had some good runs here. I'm pretty sure he's been on the podium at least a couple times in Pro Spec here, if not won it. And if you remember last year, he had that insane battle with Matt Field. So he's a guy that's
One more
gonna
time him, right?
He one more
Once
time
or
him. I
twice?
can't remember if it was once or twice, but it was like really
Might have
good.
been twice.
So
Yeah.
definitely watch out for Dimitri this weekend in terms of like the overall, because he might be a guy that sneaks into like a top 8 or something and surprises some people. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope his
One.
car stays together. I know he's had some mechanical problems too, even with his unit over there.
Mhm.
So I hope that his thing stays together and he's able to showcase what he's truly made of. I know he got a little bit of flack at Atlanta for driving down the hill slow, but if you do it
just
do
in
it
the
every
lead.
yeah, if you do it every time over and over again, you know what to expect from the chase. Like there was no switch up. He did it time and time and time and time again. So it is what it is. There's no rule against it.
Yeah,
Hate the
well,
game, not the player.
It's racing, so you can do what you want as long as it's in the rules. But he did win that 69% to 30%. Very nice. Good job, Dimitri.
yeah.
All right, next battle. Litteral versus Matta.
Sheesh.
This will be a fun one. I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Too bad you won't be able to hear Literal's car over Matta's.
True.
You just see fireballs.
Yeah, you'll see the fireballs. Hopefully it is around nighttime. I don't know. When are they running the seating bracket?
It should be nighttime. I would think it's nighttime.
Okay. Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, we got
Literal
Litteral
gonna
out to
win
the early lead,
100%
so
if RB is still alive. Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. That is the question. Is the RB still going to be alive? Because
Right. So I voted for Matta because I have negative, not even zero faith. I have less than zero faith in the RB.
to be
Certified
fair,
RB hater.
That-
It's okay.
that engine
You
has
could hate.
lasted, I think, 2 events now, which is
It's got PRP heads.
Wow.
It's got
2
PRP heads.
events. That's so crazy.
If we knew what PRP heads were, you wouldn't say that.
you got
They're
PP
like-
heads.
It's
Is that what
like
it was?
it's like
P-
the purple brand for pants.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, like super cool stuff.
Yep.
I don't have
Kinda.
I know what you're talking about. I just will never have faith in an RB in a professional high level motorsports application, and that's just you're never going to change my mind. I don't care what brand of whatever you're trying to peddle me.
AKA
Maybe
Dwayne
in
McKeever.
Australia.
Yep.
Australia.
I'm not gonna lie, Dwayne
got it
McKeever
done,
would
right?
be like a 5-time Drift Masters championship if he
Yeah,
had a car that
literally
ran.
Dwayne McKeever. What about Dwayne McKeever?
He's
Dong.
cool.
Yeah. He
Well-
did blow up a motor last round. Never mind.
Oh,
He blew that thing up. Yep. That happened.
Well, that's what I'm
when an
saying.
RB
If he
lasts
didn't
a
drive an
whole
RB,
season.
I'm pretty sure he'd be a 3-time like Drift Master champion by now.
Maybe he could be.
Just saying.
It's possible. I didn't realize
Possibly.
he had an RB. I thought he had a JZ.
No.
They're cool motors, like for
It's
show
RB.
cars and shit. I just don't have any faith. Like high level, I don't think they hold together in like motorsports with how hard FD's pushing it. Show me an RB that lasts the whole season, and I'll eat my words. Until then, this is my opinion.
Maybe the stock one with 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
What does the chat say?
Chat has said 72% Litteral, 27% Matta.
Okay. The chat has faith in the old RB.
Yeah. That is
I do
an
too.
interesting one.
I do have a little faith. He's been on the upswing, even since last year. He has truly been on an upswing. I think mechanically and mentally, which then results onto the track. I think Litteral is on a very good path of getting a podium. I don't necessarily see a championship in his horizon because it just is such a competitive field once again, but you never know. You don't gotta win to win.
This is true. All right. I'm sorry, I'm typing right now. All right. Next
yeah.
battle. We got, I think it's O'Sully and Jack Shanahan, and this is for the finals.
Oh wow.
That's a tough one.
Irish.
Although not gonna lie, like Jack Shanahan's battles once he gets past this bye run is gonna be pretty nasty. He's got Nick Novak or Dan Burkett, and then any of the guys on the bottom. But like if it's O'Sully, that's gonna be fire too. Like that's gonna be it's gonna be some fun ones.
Yeah, I'm still gonna stick with the old Irishman on this one.
I'll go Irishman on this one.
Why?
The real Irishman.
Why is that?
Why? Because Shanahan
Irish.
can outdrive O'Sully. I don't know.
Probably.
What do you want me to say? You can
I don't know,
outdrive the
'cause you
piss
asked
out of
me
that
why
guy.
last
Yeah, until he initiates into the wall.
Well, that's anybody.
Fucking guy.
Anybody could
both
do
these
that.
guys initiated and messed up, so I can't. Because they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the.
And they're both Irish. Oh.
Well, all right.
Oh, who's gonna win? Because he's fucking Irish. Shut the fuck up. Whatever.
He's American. He's American.
O'Sullivan is very Irish. Just
okay, dude. Yeah. You could be born with a last name. That's not where you're from.
We're not getting into this right now. I'm not gonna.
You're USA.
It's
He's
okay.
got red, white, and blue through his veins, dude.
It's true.
There's one under the hood.
Yeah, and under the hood. He's got veins and hood. It's spewing all over the place.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to end the poll here.
What does the chat say?
Jack Shanahan at 69%. Very nice. Over O'Sully.
Friends said that a BMW is going to break. Good call. You never know. There's two of them.
That's honestly a pretty safe bet in FD.
Irish got that diff blood in him. See? Yeah. Yeah.
A real Irish, yeah.
Yeah. See, this is why I do still, red, white, and blue. But this is why I want you to tune a Corvette and a Mustang, dude.
Yeah.
I have to stay true to my roots as much as I want to.
All right, who's the next guy? Let's see the next one.
What does the other side of the bracket look like?
Brutzky and Litteral?
Yep, it is Brutzky and Litteral. Kind of a different one.
I'm going for.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're Mr. Confident over there, huh?
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Lock it
I already voted.
You have to remember now, the RB has had to last
Litteral.
2 battles at this point, and he's got to make it through a third one.
It's typically in competition, like, 32 competition. That's when it falls apart. So we're still in good graces here.
But it's never the RB that falls apart. It's everything around the RB that falls apart. Like, it's never the motor itself.
I don't think
that
that's
breaks
true. Not
for
the first couple
car.
years, bud.
Last year it was like electrical stuff that would like fuck up. First couple of years, yeah, the RB sucked, but like it's gotten it figured out.
You gotta call it what it is. It's still RB problems because he's got an RB car. There's know, it's like the company you keep. Unfortunately, the company he has is the RB.
AMJasky 11 said, "I'm unfortunately not voting based on skill." Hey, vote with vibes if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean that's how I vote all the time.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Chat. I'm putting $1,000 on whoever chat picks to win this. So
no, you're not.
Yeah, he is. He's got charity. You didn't hear it.
Yeah,
that was the big news actually that he's been meaning to tell us. I got big bets being placed this weekend.
I know, dude.
Take him to Vegas.
Just waiting for chat to decide. No, I'm just. But it looks like Litteral is definitely taking this one, so we're gonna end the poll there. 70% over Dimitri. So that means our finals.
Brandon paid them all.
I mean, I would.
Just kidding. I voted for Litteral too.
Jesus Christ, fucking idiot, dude.
Oh, what are you gonna do, dude? You know. All right. So wait. So it's Litteral versus then Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
All up in here.
Ugh.
All right. Well,
What are you guys
Oh.
thinking?
he had a good run. That's all.
I
I
had a
gotta
great
say.
run to the
Yeah,
finals.
he had a great
Run to the final. Well, maybe the BMW breaks. Honestly, if this happens,
True.
this is like a who breaks first sort of thing, you know? Yeah.
I think if Shanahan makes it all the way to the finals of the seeding bracket, then it's his. That means he was like on a tear to take out all these other drivers. I think that's an easy W for him if he gets that far.
DNF for both. DNN for both.
DNN. DNN. That's what I'm saying. DNN. Damn. This is the most leaning vote yet. This is crazy.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
my god.
Sheesh-a-loo.
Yeah.
We
Damn.
got 1 for Litteral and 15 for Jack right now.
Damn, y'all
That
are
is
literal.
crazy.
Everyone knows, man.
Nice.
3
Oh
battles
my
is max for that
God.
RB. Everyone knows.
Well, I mean,
That's crazy.
you got Jack with the A to Z 54. I don't know what motor number or letter that is.
S.
So.
S.
All right. So
Yep.
he's got the S54. You can tell what it is
It's
by
the
the way
wrong
how
way
it is.
too. No, you can't actually because it's supposed to look like this, but it's like this.
Oh, it's
They
straight.
moved it. Yeah, they moved it straight up and down. So oil starvation. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the Germans had forgotten how the
You
oil
know.
pickup had worked when they designed the motors. They're like, let's
I mean,
jilt
that's why they
them.
put it this way.
Let us jilt them. It's like,
Hey,
okay,
they
why?
burn enough oil.
Yeah. why are these on an angle? But yeah, I mean, we'll see. It is a crapshoot. I think that they'll both be fine. Calling it now, they'll both be fine. It's gonna be fucking wet out though, so it's not gonna be anything fun anyway.
Really?
I found the one guy who went
Yeah.
for Litteral. It's Rylan Billington.
Ah, Mr. Billington.
Ah,
Yeah.
of course, Billington.
I respect
Like
it.
that
I
name.
respect it. I respect it.
Wait, so what did he do? What did Rylan Billington do?
He said, I don't care who it is. I'll always go with the RB. He was the one dude who voted for Ryan.
All right, you're a good man.
There
Dude,
you go.
Another
everyone is-
loyal fan.
Your
like
what
loyalty is cool. I like loyalty,
That's-
dude.
that's
Stick
what
with
I'm
your
saying.
guns.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we
Yep.
ended the poll.
All right.
Jack Shanahan at 94%. Jeez, oh Pete's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm seeing Sceriffo got robbed in this chat now. You guys telling me lies about Freddie?
You're the one that said you hated Italy. You're gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah, you're never gonna be able to go there.
They
Yeah,
have the
it's okay.
sound bite. You're done.
They got
Yeah.
your face, soundbite, everything. You're
I love
doomed.
Italy.
Ruby Tuesdays
Italy.
for life for you.
Oh my god. He has to go to Carrabba's now.
Okay, that's an Italian cuisine, dude. Not
well,
bad.
it's American, so I don't know about that, but
Hey, it's better than Olive
Whatever.
Garden.
Home is
True.
where you make it.
All right. So
whatever you say, dude.
since we literally talked about these battles already, and how
my
broken
God.
this stupid seating bracket is, we're just gonna let chat decide all of these winners because we already went over
Sounds
this
good.
last time.
Yeah, we've already seen the show.
I know, dude. It's just wild, dude. It's just like, come on.
It's crazy.
Can give
You
us-
guys could get in on the ground floor and just put your bets in for James Dean to be a first place winner while you're ahead. Since we saw
Well,
the results.
Herb, you said it
Really?
was gonna be wet this weekend. I mean, not for nothing. You know, I hate seeing the same people win all the time, but Dean is a great driver in the wet.
Yeah,
I would probably put Osbo over Dean in the wet.
he don't
Yeah.
have as much angle at a dangle.
True. This track, I feel Osbo's pretty strong at.
Well, it's because
Out
you
of
could
what?
use you could use the gravities for that little tiny short Supra to fucking illusion the angle.
All I'm saying is he's
I don't know.
he's pretty quick here.
Yeah.
All right,
Good here.
so
Yeah.
let's actually get to the first labeled battle we got here. We got Rome and Beecham, so we're going to start the poll there.
Someone's
Malachi's
got a
all
fire
pumped
truck
for,
going by.
Malachi's
It's
pumped.
That's my
definitely
house.
We'll get to
Philadelphia.
Bennett
I
also.
was gonna say there's no shot. It's anyone.
Who wins, Rome or Beecham?
This is gonna be a good one.
I'd honestly go Beecham for this one.
I did
Been
too.
looking-
Wow.
He's been looking pretty good, especially at these big power tracks. He's pretty good.
He didn't get a lot of seat time in Old Atlanta.
Do you guys remember
Yeah.
like not even like 2 years ago where he barely finished a round?
Remember when he lost his
Yeah.
wheel?
The
Yes.
Mustang, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That was one of my best viewed clips on my Instagram. Thank you, Mr. Beecham. Yeah, no, that was I used to not really expect anything out of him. And now every time that he's up at the line, I'm like, oh, here comes a great run. Honestly.
Yep.
Progression.
Progression. Indeed.
all right.
Indubitably.
Well, we
Indubitably.
are looking at an early victory for Rome here. We'll get a couple more votes in though, and give it a little bit more time. But yeah, so with the new seating bracket, for some smart reason, they decided that, hey, we're gonna run all the same battles again because that's how supposedly the points work. But I still don't understand how the points work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I understood the points. I thought I was like, oh, okay, so the people with 0 points are going to go in the seating bracket. Until the people with 0 points didn't go in the seating bracket. And then I'm like, okay, I don't know how it works anymore. So
yeah.
I remember when I was
Based
all
off
excited, I was
standings
like,
on
oh, we're gonna have
Saturday.
all these different people in the seating bracket. We're gonna have all these different people in 32, and then nothing changed.
Yeah, it's the standings from Saturday. And if you just do the seeding to 32 loop back and forth, you'll just be on the same. You'll always be that bottom 24 or 26 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I do definitely heavily dislike that it's all the same battles, all the same drivers in each position. I don't like that at all.
No,
Wish
it's just not. I mean, you trying to create rivalries or something? I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. It's not.
It's boring for the fans. Like their whole reasoning was seating brackets more exciting for the fans, battles. But like, yes, if different people battled each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Yeah, it definitely takes the wind out of some sails, you know, like say like you're a big fan of Litteral, you know, and now or Hurst or whatever, or even Simon, and you're like, damn, he's going up against Ben again, like, or you know, like he's gonna like
vice versa, yeah.
like whatever, like it's like, oh shit, like he's gonna lose again, or like, you know, if they've been on like a losing streak against this person, like I don't know. Definitely a bit strange. I'm sure that in the future they will change something about this, but not this year.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just looking at the standings right now. Hurst doesn't have any points. How is he not in seating bracket? Oh, and everyone's gone. Let me bring these guys back in. Apparently my internet
he's
is
doing a little
just
he's doing the black square thing. We're past that.
Action.
you
What do you
guys will
guys
come back
think
eventually.
about like if they did qualifying but they only got one?
So can you guys explain this to me? Why is Hurst not in seating bracket? He's not even on like the. He doesn't even have points.
He always finishes higher than that bottom whatever threshold.
But he doesn't have any points.
But it's
They don't want to battle.
It's not off of points. It's off
I
of
know,
how
but
he
why is
finished
it
last
not
time.
off of points? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I thought I thought that you earn points even from your seeding battles now too. So
Yeah,
how do
You win it.
So
and he has
Oh yeah,
literally
because you
just
don't
sit
have
and-
to win. Yeah.
Because what you do is you just sit in seating bracket, you win all your battles, and then you lose in 32 every round, and you're gonna be like 5th place overall at the end of the year. It's like
we're gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be nuts, regardless.
Yeah,
like, I don't
but
know.
I
Matta's
guess
16th overall. Why is he in seating bracket?
Because
Yeah.
Dude,
the
it's an absolute
32.
joke. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? This makes no sense to me. I'm sorry, guys. I just. Ugh.
I
Yeah,
love
that-
like Nate's mini crash outs. They're so fun.
Like,
Yeah, they're not very.
Like, no offense to Hurst, but dude, you've lost 2 battles in 32. How are you still in 32?
Tell him.
Yeah, I mean it's very
Like, how
true.
is that fair to anyone? Like,
It's not.
It's just not. Like, oh.
It's so the thing that sucks is that once you're like in seating bracket purgatory, it's really hard to get out.
Yeah, according to these rules, it is. Or
Yeah.
the rules that I had in my head were not. They're like, oh, look, you get some points. Okay, now you're not in seating bracket next round. You lost in 32. Okay, now you're back in seating bracket. It's super simple.
Okay,
And then
so
they had to go and complicate this shit to now it literally doesn't work.
So why isn't it? Why can't it be? If you lose 32, you're automatically in seating bracket. Would that put too many drivers in seating?
Maybe, but also
No, it's
I
60.
think
that would
that
just make
would.
sense, and that's the problem. You're talking about making sense, and this is the problem. You are not allowed to do that.
I don't know. I also would like to say that I had to take Algebra 1 like 3 times in college. All right, so I'm not the best at math, and I'm just gonna have a seat over here and let the professionals professionate.
Damn, Rome won that poll.
Rome won it 55% to 44%, so it was a close one.
Damn. All
It's
right,
gonna be
people
a
still
close
got hope.
battle.
People
What?
still got that hope.
I think it's gonna be a close battle.
Because he hasn't really like shown up yet this year. And Rome doesn't suck. He just hasn't done like good.
He's got it in him. He just
Yeah,
needs to
for sure. For
channel
sure.
it
He
to the
did great
surface.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Preach.
All right, sorry, I'm just typing in the next one. We got Gucci and Hurst.
Gotta make it more confusing, Francis says. Yeah, honestly. Throw another crazy thing in algebra isn't real math. True.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Math. This is kind
It's
of
got a
true.
whole different name to it, so. Damn,
This
is
is
a
a
tough
hard
one.
one because I feel like these guys both have the ability to drive hard AF, but we've seen them be like goofy off in the corner doing God knows what. So it's like, which version of them are we going to see? I don't know.
What place did Gucci get this past weekend? They do good?
I think it was
I
top
didn't
8,
watch.
I believe. I think it was top 8.
Let's
I think
see.
he lost to Manoa.
Oh, he did?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
So
All right. Yeah, and he won the last round. He's on a good driving time. He's not sucking. So especially if it is wet, I think Gucci does pretty decent in the moisture.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, the thing with Hurst is I just haven't seen the Hurst I've seen in the last couple of years.
Yeah, not this year at all.
You
That
know, I
car
don't know if it's
hurting or
car
something?
issues or just
Yeah.
his mentality. He's just not been on it like he used to be, or at
Yeah.
least I've seen in the past. So, hope whatever he's got, figuring it out. But I mean, as of right now, I'm picking Gucci because I don't know what's going on with Hurst right now. And it might just be a car. I know he had car issues in what was that, Atlanta? Yeah.
Atlanta, I believe, right? He didn't get many practice runs in.
No. So
It was a new livery.
that's what it was.
Ruined everything. Just
Yeah.
kidding. It made it look a lot nicer. Well, I mean, it cleaned it up. His car looked very good when it was brand new last year, but yeah, his old livery that he had on was a little rough for Long Beach. Hearst Long Beach last year went crazy. Yeah, it did. Yes, it did.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Hurst in the BMW was kind of crazy. And then he's like, "Oh, it doesn't feel like me when I drive it." I'm like, "Well, do you want to win?"
Had to go American, dude.
Yeah.
Another loyal fan.
I love it.
And he had to be a little bit different. He went American and be a little different.
All I'm saying is that BMW worked pretty good.
It did work
It
good.
do. BMW do
Yes.
work good.
Oh boy. Is it really me? It must be me.
Soiled it.
more battles to talk about, right?
Herbie, why are you
ultimately.
breaking my computer right now?
And then who the winner will be.
Yeah,
Olsen
we're
and
just gonna do
Robson.
these
That's we
couple
only have
battles
one
here, and
more.
then we'll pick winners and probably call
Going on
it a day
top
for the
right.
stream.
Hey,
What? We're back.
yeah, what the hell, dude?
Dad's firing us.
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
hell?
you got. It's been a subpar performance this stream, so
What do
let's
you
see if we
mean?
can pick
he's
it up, guys. Come on
disappointed.
now.
We
Wow.
only have one more battle on the other side to talk about, and then
You got
pick a
two.
winner.
You got two on the other side. You got one
Yeah,
at the top and one at the bottom.
Apparently,
Oh.
Sarah's math ain't mathin'.
Yeah,
Gucci did
and
win that
also-
80% though to
I couldn't see
20.
Oh, there it
I-
is. He's had to
Yeah,
scroll
see?
up.
This
That's
Yeah,
what it
see?
was.
Suki.
It was hidden. I was with you, Sarah. I only saw
Thank you.
one. Yeah. Screen was cut off, guys. So who we got? Hefe Honas and Stuckey again.
Again.
Again. It just
Like
takes all
this-
the wind out of my sails.
Yes,
Like
I
I've
was
seen
just
these
gonna
guys.
say it. I'm like, damn,
I
L.
don't know. That'd be a close one.
L plus ratio.
Well,
no,
yeah,
I
so
think
I
good.
mean they're
it's gonna be
each
a
one,
cool
they're
battle.
1-1 against each other. So it is technically going to be a good battle. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, but can we see
Right.
something different, you know?
We're bouncing around here. We're going. We
Yeah.
got Jones by a landslide.
I
at
went
6
Jones.
votes. Okay.
I went Jones. Jeff Jones.
I
Okay.
think
More
Why?
Jeff Jones. Okay.
This is one of those
Okay.
why? Nah.
Well,
I went with
Jones
Suki.
does good at these kinds of tracks, I feel like.
Yeah.
The bank boys.
Mm-hmm.
The bank. He's a bank guy.
Close
Power
one. If
guy.
they swap cars, they should swap cars. That would
They
be fun.
should.
That would be fun.
I mean, make it at least semi-interesting, you know?
Well, yeah, I guess to see Jeff Jones like in a turbo car, and then like you see Stuckey just having all the fun in a V8.
Dude,
It's like, wow, look, I just
Yeah,
have all the
V8
power
car.
all the time.
he would
Yeah.
have so much
Great.
fun driving that car. That's the funny part.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, maybe FD needs to implement like, all right, you gotta switch cars now. It's
Sounds
been
What's
the
funny
same
is,
battle.
like-
We're on the last round. It's been the same battle all year.
I asked the drivers during interviews sometimes, like, if you could pick another driver's car, like, who would you drive? And they all were, like, violently offended by that question. They're like, mine. Like, I wouldn't want to drive another car. And I was like, all right, chill. I get it. So
You
maybe
know?
they wouldn't like that.
You know how they run Joker laps in Rallycross?
Yeah.
We should find a way to do that in drifting, you know? Just make spice
You
it
gotta
up a little bit.
overtake someone through the grass. That's
Yeah,
what
you gotta do like a little jump or something.
Federico gets the win, actually.
Dude,
Yeah,
Exactly.
He did the Joker lap.
then it becomes
we
a
go.
spectacle, like monster trucks or like some.
Yeah, this turns
Stupid.
into like, yeah.
Isn't that
that's-
what they're trying to do at this point?
Professional
that's what
wrestling.
it feels like what they're trying to do with this bracket system. They're just trying to make it a
Yeah.
spectacle.
It's like, is it a show or is it a fucking competition? You know? Are we a sport or a show? Figure it
Both.
out. That's all I
Both.
gotta say.
Bofa.
Figure it out.
Both
of
of
them.
them.
Bofa. All right.
All right, Bofa, who do we got here?
I think Jones is winning that on the
Yeah,
poll.
Hefe Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
too
got
have
Jones
Just
at
Just kidding, but I voted
60.
for. I did vote for Stuckey because I want him to win. But I don't think that he's gonna.
Wow.
Look at all that.
Not
But
a
I
loyal
voted-
fan.
Again, if I put money down on it, I would put it down on Stuckey.
Putting it down.
He's been having like weird mechanical things, and his car like works really good when it works good. And then when it doesn't, it's just he's not there anymore. So kind of sad.
I mean, he had a good first round, so we'll see.
He did.
where he goes from here.
Yeah.
The last battle we're gonna check out just with the chat, and then we'll pick winners here. Is the Olsen Hobson battle? Obviously, this was the controversial call, probably. From
Yeah, probably the
And-
most.
yeah, probably the most controversial call.
Yeah.
In terms of beating Ben. To be fair, Ben didn't look like he was going to slow down, anyways. Going around the
Yes.
keyhole.
Yeah,
But-
the more we discussed it, and the more my brain thought about it, I thought it was a little bit of a crazy moment, just based on what I saw. The whole Simon handbrake. It
Yeah.
really did seem to jolt the car a bit slower, but Ben really he was on a good line and he was ready to just keep throttling through it.
The problem
And
is you have to turn there.
yeah, in which he was, and like, but the difference was, Simon was on a good line, but also just doing things differently, and it was not what Ben was just in the zone. He's like, oh, this is sick. We're pushing him through, and then he pushed him through, and that's really what happened. Like, didn't get to react fast enough. Like, I just on the sim just before this with Brandon. How many times I just got lost because I was doing well on the first turn out of Orlando, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got to throttle off here, or like, we got to choke up, throw more angle on. I'm like, and you're gone, and it's gone. It's like, oh well,
And
I'm
you're
on
out.
a good
Yep.
line, so why aren't you? It's like, oh, you're still on a good line, but doing it different.
Are you supposed to slow down from DJW10? Indeed, you are. I'm going
Indeed.
Hobson on this one though. That car, that RTR looks a lot better to drive this year. Like I saw some
Yeah.
in-car of him. Thing actually looks like it's a good car to drive. It doesn't look like you're just, I don't even know an analogy. Just a bad car to drive. It looks drivable, which is cool.
Yeah, very fast, very competitive, as
Yeah,
opposed to
rotates well.
the three-wheel like aggressive bounciness like that we've seen in the
Yeah.
past, which like like we've come to love that out of the RTR, but we all know that that can't be easy or fun in the cockpit. Like, to just, you gotta stay smooth on the throttle, and your foot's like banging on and off of it because you're bucking around this course. Like, that's hard. And now, yeah, they've smoothed it out quite a bit. I think Simon, his car looks great when he's on a heater run. Like, he drives that thing very well. But
I
I
think they're still
just,
working on some things on the car. I don't think it's at its final form yet,
yeah,
but it is interesting to see how high rank of a driver he was in Odie's car versus what he
yeah,
is now, in his own program, trying to figure out the Supra and stuff. It's just crazy the drop off in like perception.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely, and I can only imagine what that takes a toll onto his mental and everything too. Like, it's like, am I running a subpar like program, which he's not at all. You're now going from one developed, very working program to now back to your own, which took a couple of years off, and it's like now you're back in a different chassis that isn't that developed, and you're with your own team that you have to manage or have a manager to manage and still deal with them, all these different things that you didn't have to deal with in the past. So it's definitely a lot that weighs on his shoulders, I can only imagine.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
feel
curious.
bad.
I'm curious. The poll is definitely going towards Hobson. We got ended at 79% Hobson, or 78% at 21% Olsen. So definitely the favorite is Hobson. Probably based a lot on his driving this year, and it's deserved. Like, he's looked good in practice as well. It's not just the battles he's looked good in as well. So it'll be another good one. I know that it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of annoying because we've already seen this battle twice. But hey, what the heck? I guess 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe this will settle the score. Maybe it'll change things.
maybe.
Like they
I
say,
doubt it,
best out
but
of
we'll see.
three.
Yeah, we'll
You
see him
know,
again.
Best
Don't
out
worry.
of 3.
so maybe this is what they want. It's like, all right, well, you get 3 chances each of you. Like, so maybe, I don't know, probably not. Maybe we'll see him again in New Jersey going up against each other. I honestly hope not, but
I know, right?
probably will.
All right, so let me get your finals, guys. See if we can pick out some finals.
For the last 2,
Yeah, just for the finals. Who we got? Yeah, left.
Be here. I'm going left side. We'll make it a wild card. I'm gonna go Sorensen and Bakshis. Sure. Final. Odie and Sorensen.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. solid.
I like that. I actually really like that answer.
I
Why not?
don't
Well, if it
really-
rains, it'll be Dean and Osbo. But if it doesn't rain, it will be what I just said. Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see a Hughes versus fuck, man,
I think I'm gonna go.
Connor Shanahan.
I was looking at Connor too. Connor's actually been one of those guys where you're like kind of waiting to see him like start pushing people around, and he really hasn't.
You got a hell of a bracket.
He looks
Yeah.
good, but he's not. He's not like
Last year. So.
yeah, like last year where he was legit pushing everyone around the track. So I'm curious to
Yeah.
see if it's a lot of setup stuff and still figuring out the car, because you do have to set up that car very different over here than you do over in Drift Master just because of the tires. But he was one I was looking at. Odie, man, I like Odie.
Yeah, Odie up on the box is not crazy at all.
No.
I
And,
picked
like,
Odie from the right side, and then I also had Shanahan on the left side. However, I would also amend that too if it's
talking
wet.
Jack
it's gonna
Shanahan?
be Dean.
Yeah, Jack. So.
Connor.
Connor is on the right. So.
Connor's on the right.
Yeah.
All right, well then I changed my picks.
Odie is also on right. Or
Yeah,
am I
Odie's also
tripping?
on the right. He's
Indeed.
Of the right, I pick Odie for sure. Like I'm team Odie this year. I just feel like he's been so close for so long that it's got to be his season, and I think he's done really well at this track. So I have Odie taking the whole thing. We'll have to see. And every time it gets wet, it's like throws everything out of the window.
Francis has got LZ versus Odie.
Yeah, I
that
like
would
that pick a lot.
That's the other one I was looking at. I was looking at Matt Field too.
If it's raining, I could see a D Hughes Connor Shanahan final. That would be cool. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool to see.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's
D Hughes is
happened.
getting the rain here, dude. He
Let a
ain't
little
bad.
lightning come down.
Yeah,
Shake
let it happen. Bye, Herbie.
And he's out of
Mid-sentence.
here. But yeah, I'm gonna go Matt Field Odie just for the funsies.
That's a good one.
Little
The
frenemies
frenemies.
action.
Where's Matt Field? I see him.
Yeah, he's up in Dean's bracket. I mean, his
Yeah.
top 8's gonna be Adam LZ possibly too, so that's no joke either.
That would be top 16. Would be Adam Ellsworth.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, top 16. Wow.
That bottom right bracket would not be a fun one to be in.
Nope,
No,
I completely agree.
Bunch of heavy
Yeah.
hitters too.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, if I was smart, I'd just pick Osbo. But I'm not smart.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
You just don't know anymore, honestly. Like I want a repeat of, to see Dylan on the box and then like going up against Forsberg in the finals was like sick to me. Like two guys that, Dylan looked up to him, worked together with him and everything.
Right.
And like, that would be a really cool final to me as well. Like
That would be cool.
Yeah.
to see the two of them back up there and like, light a fire under, Chris's ass to like, you still got it there, brother. Like you don't suck. Like we
Sounds like
have
you're
all
trying to
seen
sell some
it.
Kumho tires over there, bud. Is what it sounds like.
You want me? I have a shirt on underneath that would say otherwise, but we got Park City on right here.
Hey, love it.
But yeah, no, I think that would be fun. I honestly, I would love to see somebody different up on the box. As much as I love to see Dean up there, especially in that first place position, and as long as it's above Osbo or Odie or any of the other championship contenders. And it's good because good for my money, but for my heart, it's better to see, like a Trent Beecham or, a Dylan, a Stookie up on that podium. It's like, hell yeah, brother. Good stuff. Makes me happy.
Yeah. We love a good underdog. We love somebody who's not expected to win.
Yeah, 100%. So
CFC Fires says Sceriffo Daigo final. Bet the house.
Mm.
dude,
Might
could
be a
you
good idea.
imagine the money? You probably can't even make that bet. It doesn't exist
You
because
don't think
it's just
so?
the odds. I don't know how FD's betting system, like I've said a million times, I don't know how it works, but I truly can't imagine that would be on any of their platforms because it would just it would bankrupt them. If somebody hit that, it doesn't matter if they put 20 cents or $1. They'd be like, oh, well, Jesus Christ, there goes the rest of the season. We got to pay out fucking Jimmy over here who decided to bet on Daigo and Federico to win. Like, what? Yeah, all right. $2.3 million goes to Jimmy, 13, diehard fan, retard.
A hard R in the chat.
Yeah, it's 2025.
It's coming back, guys. It's coming back.
Sue me.
Oh man. No. All right. Well, I got a
Adam
lot I
LC
still
was
gotta
plus
do tonight.
850 to win Atlanta. Yeah, that's wild. That's
What
LZ.
is his odds to win Orlando? I would think it would be better.
Eric, if you could figure that out because I can't, that would be
Yeah.
great, buddy. I
If
don't even
not,
know
we
if
can
they
always
have
talk about it later.
it. Talk about.
Talk
Talk
about it.
about it.
I know. It's almost
Jinx.
like
Tacos.
we need a betting sponsor apparently.
Yeah, hungry.
Honestly, dude, that would probably be the best one for us. You
It
can
would
say
be.
whatever.
Like
Yeah.
like Barstool, get Barstool over here and be like, listen.
All right, take it easy. Dave Portnoy is a nerd.
Dude,
Well, oh, there it goes. You said it.
sponsor's a
What,
sponsor.
nerd?
There goes the sponsorship. It's just gone.
Yeah, for one.
Now,
That's all right. We can have a rivalry within the club.
just
What's
do
another,
NXT bets.
There's enough
NXT
DraftKings.
bets. Isn't NXT bets the official
DraftKings.
You guys
sponsor
Is it
people?
DraftKings?
I thought it's NXT
No.
bets. NXT, bets. They're the FD sponsor.
Are they the
now?
ones?
I don't know.
There's like two of
Yeah.
them, right? Isn't
I think
there
it's
two different?
NXT.
Okay. I
Yeah,
deleted whatever had to do with it because
Atlanta
it
winner
frustrated
odds.
me
Jeff
so bad.
Jones was in the top 10 for winner odds, which makes
What?
Have they watched any
crazy.
drifting ever? Or
You know,
James Dean,
honestly, his
Osbo,
practice runs were
Shanahan.
honestly insane.
Yeah,
yeah.
they were good.
Which was so maybe the betting apps know more than what we knew. Maybe they knew he was going to come out on a heater.
He won the seat or he came in second in seating last year. So
At Atlanta?
yeah.
I don't remember.
All right. Eric says it is DraftKings, but it is a bit funny how it's
Isn't it funny?
like how would you even do this though? Like without. It's such a.
No shot,
can you bet on anything outside of a
NXT
winner, or
bets.
can you bet on battles? That's my question.
I think battles, no? I don't know. I'm checking now. Eric, if you lied to me, dude, I'm going to be so mad.
Not DraftKings. NXT bet.
It's
Look,
not.
I'm pulling out the laptop. Look, it's NXT bets. You see?
Well, I believe you, dude. He just
Yeah,
said
there you
something
go.
about but they don't
There you
post them
go.
until the event day or shortly before. Okay, so maybe he's not wrong either, sir. Yeah, hand up. We don't know.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, just check. They don't
My
have them posted yet. Once they
apologies.
do on Thursday or Friday, I'll post in your chat. Good man, sir. Good man.
Here we go.
Eric,
Who are we betting
maybe I'll slip you a Venmo and you can bet for me and we'll split the earnings.
That's illegal.
No, it's not. Is it?
I know it's not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
joking.
Oh, so Eric says you can just pick the winner. That's tough.
Yeah.
And is
All right.
quite odd.
That is tough.
You do whatever you want with your shillings, and I'll do with them.
Shillings is crazy.
This is what I want.
Yeah, Herbie took all my shillings, so
I won $60 on James Dean to win. See, dude,
$100.
easy. I should get half
Who are
of
we
that
putting
because I
$100
spoke it
on?
into existence.
We're putting $100 on next round. What's happening?
At
What are we doing?
on
Miss
Orlando?
Cheeks.
Yeah, Orlando. What are we doing?
I'm
I
I'm
would
thinking
do.
I
our
would
big
do
boy
100.
Litteral over here. I think.
I would do
All
100 bones
right,
on
I'm trying
Dylan.
to win money here.
100 bones on Dylan. Dude, yes, sir.
The odds got to be pretty good.
Daigo is my
Daigo's my
retirement
retirement
plan. Yeah, man.
Dude, if you can bet on Daigo winning, dude, and he wins an event, dude, that is like you're set for a few years there.
Yeah,
I tell you
it's
what,
probably.
you're probably
It
like a
depends on
couple
what you put down.
$100,000
Obviously,
probably.
if you put
Hey, put
$100 down,
$100, dude, you can go buy a little
yeah, but
GT3 RS if you want to after that.
the
Tell you
odds
what.
aren't like some crazy parlay though. It's the highest I think it can go is like 1,500. So like you put $100 down, you're bringing back 14.
It's gotta be. It says okay. So if I would have bet that Osbo won Long Beach, I would have won $900 because it was plus 900. But
For
if you put
100 bones.
100, yeah, 100
Yeah.
bones. So it's like a 9x. Eh.
Yeah.
All right,
That's what I'm
bigger
saying,
stakes. 10 grand. 10
That's
grand.
what I'm saying,
Oh my
brother.
God, bro.
Now we're in. Now we're real.
Now we're
getting
talking.
real.
Now we're
All right.
talking. Who are we putting?
I could put $1 on Daigo. All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
gotta
you
get
could.
Steak on board with FD and have Drake do an FD stream, and he could put $1 million on.
No way.
I'll
Someone.
dress
Drake
up
got
as him.
cooked.
No, he's not cooked. He's cool still.
He's cooked.
He's cool to me.
Drake?
Drake?
I don't think you should say that
Drake.
publicly, Herbie. I'm just telling you, dude.
All
Not
right,
the
dude.
close-up
Publicly.
mic talking. Amazing.
He makes good music.
Just like,
All right.
but his life decisions aren't great. All right, we're not
So
talking
did
about
Diddy,
this.
baby.
Yeah,
Yep, there we go.
this is how we get
Now we're
taken
moving
down
in.
real quick here.
Yeah.
Well, he's not in jail or anything, right?
Yet.
It's
Not
all
yet.
good. It's all good. We can still get him we can get him to say a couple words. Drake?
Okay, Herbie. All right,
Drake?
guys. This stream is definitely just divulged into degeneracy
It's off the
at
rails.
this point.
Yeah.
Well,
But I think you guys get the point. If you guys watched Atlanta, then you've already seen Orlando. So I just saved you guys
Yep.
a bunch of time. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Orlando is actually one of the best events to
don't
watch
copy
for the
your
driving.
bets. If you're betting, don't copy your bets based on Atlanta. This is
Yeah.
a joke. This is not an
Yeah.
exact copy of what Atlanta was. If you make a financial poor decision, that's on you. That's
Pay
your
attention
warning.
to the weather. Pay attention to the
Yeah.
weather.
Weather's good. We should reach out to NXT bets. That'd be good. Be a good little pickup.
It'd be
You
fun.
know, no, all right.
They'd have to deposit 100 grand into my bank account every month. If they want me to be a
Damn.
part, I need to make bets.
This
And
is
if I'm not
so
making bets,
unrealistic.
I need to make some bets, all right?
Oh my god.
How else could I
Whatever, dude.
endorse
that.
it? How
I like
else could
that.
I try to support them if I don't have the funds to make the bets? I need 100 grand in the NXT bank, whatever their wallet is, and then I'll
Eric
stream.
asked, how does
I'll
Brandon
stream.
Sorensen do in Orlando? Honestly,
Good.
low key, like pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
So
I think
not a
Connor
bad,
Shanahan
not a
could take it
bad,
again.
bad
I
guy to
agree
check
with
out
you.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Connor Shanahan's battle that he had with him last year. He got out and said he's like, I've never had to push myself this hard before to win a battle, and that speaks a lot for even though Connor he's a young blood, but he definitely has been around the block of good drivers, and to say that about Brandon Sorensen, that's when everybody should have actually, if you hadn't recognized that he is a very, very talented young man. And he is coming for that championship one of these days, I think.
Oh, I agree, 100%. All right, I think it is time. The degeneracy is turned into mumbling. I think we're gonna end the stream off here. Again, thank you guys for everyone checking it out. If you guys would like to like it or share, that's always appreciated. Thank you for also joining in the chat and doing some voting on who's going to win. That was actually kind of fun. A little bit different than what we've done in the past, but I think it was a good time. Again, colleagues, thank you guys for coming out. Anything cool that you guys are doing? Herbie, I already know the answer is nothing. So, Brandon.
What? I'm coming with you.
Wow, that's crazy.
What do you mean I'm doing nothing? All right, chat, you heard it here, folks. When Nate finds me hanging out with the crowd in Orlando, I'm doing nothing. That's what I'm doing. While he's all wet out there, and oh wait, no, he's editing.
I'm
So
going to
let's
be
have
in the
Rob
trailer
out
the
there.
whole time. I'm going to be dry, buddy.
Poor Rob is just gonna be out there wondering where Herbie is across the track, and I'm gonna say, "Sorry, I'm doing nothing."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It'll be
man.
fun though. You guys have fun down there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
Amjask
be
is
watching.
coming.
We try. We try to have fun.
See you this weekend as well, Mr. 11. Jask 11.
Jask 11.
What's up?
Sarah, sad that you're not gonna make it.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
I have to pit walk with my own 2 hands.
It is
Damn.
Orlando, though, to be fair. So, you aren't missing out on much, and then you are.
Yeah, I'm probably
I'm
not
still
gonna be
mad
able
that I
to pit
missed
walk
last
at all.
year because the weather was amazing, and I'm like, wow.
It was really good. Yeah.
I was too because of the rental car situation.
Oh, brother. Oh, yeah. Did you hear you're bringing the rental car back this
I
time, too,
am
right?
not. I am not doing anything. That thing will be left right outside of the airport. And I'll call him. I'll say, "Oh my god, I got robbed, and your car was left outside of the airport." "Oh no, Avis, I'm so sorry." Fuck your goddamn maze, Orlando. Your stupid ass airport maze to return a rental. Make me go through a fucking, what the hell was that thing? One of the sunshine fucking easy pass things like 6 times over because I was just taking laps around this thing like a Mario Andretti. Like, jeez Louise, dude. No.
How long did it take you to return the rental car? Like an hour?
Far
and a half?
too long. I had way too much time to hang out at that airport beforehand. I'm like, I'm gonna get food. I'm gonna hang out. Just kidding. Now I'm in panic sprint mode from the goddamn rental place all the way to wherever that was. So yeah, the Sun Pass, Malachi. That's right. Yeah. No, and I had to, and apparently the rental didn't come equipped with one, even though it was said that it did. So I had to have the poor lady at the ticket booth raise the gate for me every time because I had no cash on me or anything. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? I'm either gonna drive through your gate or have to make a reverse here. So I don't know, and I really don't want to be the next Florida man on TV. So what is gonna happen here?
Oh, that was
Not
a fun.
taking
That
back
was
the
a
rental
fun
car.
call. That was a fun call.
I think Charity would also pay you extra. She would pay you out of your own family wallet to not have me take the rental car back.
Oh, that was fun.
No, it wasn't.
Well, Brandon's not old enough to have a rental car, so it sucks to suck for him.
Actually, not true. I could get one on Turo. If you're asking what I've done, that's interesting. I went to California to install someone's sim. We had to take it through a window because this hallway was as wide as the sim. Fuck you all, California house developers. Why do you make your hallway so small? But I did rent a car under my name, and I'm not 21. So joke's on you, Nate. That's all I gotta say.
Wow.
I actually didn't know that Turo didn't have the.
Yeah, I didn't
It
know that
depends
either.
on the car. So it was a Kia Forte, 23 Kia Forte.
Wow.
Drove
Turbo?
all right. No, I don't know. It
no,
it
the
was
Optimus
aligned
come
really
turbo.
bad. It was aligned terribly. Whoever did that alignment needs to be fired because it was like this the whole time. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Maybe they hit a couple potholes. You can't blame
Probably
the
did.
alignment.
There's a bunch of damage on the car too, which also wasn't optimal, but the owner already knew, so that's good. I can rent a U-Haul as well. You're right, Malachi. That's what I do when I do local deliveries. I rent a U-Haul van from my local U-Haul place that I really like. They know me by name because I go there so
I'm
much.
definitely narking and saying that you've been renting out to an underage person.
He's like,
Home Depot is 21 and up, and Enterprise sometimes.
Sometimes.
It depends on the enterprise. It's if you're not in like New York or Washington, it's
All right.
21 plus.
The
Yeah.
more you know. 21 Pilots.
More you know. I've done a lot of research on it because there's nowhere I can rent things. So
If you
well
didn't-
I'll
versed.
be honest, I don't think I would rent you anything either, so it checks out. And yeah, Sarah, you enjoying life?
Just living life. I'm
How was
working a lot.
Hyperfest?
Hyperfest was great. It was very busy. You know, you were there. And then I turned around and drove through the night back to Englishtown to drive a private day on Sunday. And for the 8 laps that my car held together, that thing rips. But unfortunately, it's just broken all the time, which is my fault as its owner and maintainer. So I have a laundry list of things I must do now and pay for.
Welcome
Drifting's
to cars.
fun, you guys.
Did you get any footage of yourself at least?
No, it's okay.
Oh.
And I know that it was sick. Like the
Alright.
2 e-brake pulls
I'll
past
be
tree
honest, I'm a
turn.
pick so it didn't happen kind of guy. I'll be honest here.
Dude, live in the moment. Put the phone down.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you drove. I think what was it,
Yeah.
8 laps?
Yeah, dude, once you get like a nice tree turn in your blood, it's a cure-all for pretty much everything.
Yeah, but then you want
until
more.
it breaks your car.
That's the problem, you know, you just want more.
Yeah.
It's a cure-all, but also an addiction.
I'll fix it. I have a
That's
list
why
of
I
like
never got to do it, so I don't have the addiction.
I have like 3-4 things I need to do. Fix her on up, keep it pushing, we'll be Gucci.
No pun
My
intended
my
for the
truck
push rod.
motor is fine, if anyone was concerned.
Sure, it
I
sounds
don't
real
think
good, too.
anybody was concerned about
Exactly.
the state of what that iron block is.
No, I was
I could
honestly
use
more
a-
concerned about like all of the the squirrels and stuff hanging out next to the road. You know.
Yeah, you probably.
I don't drive on the street, nerd.
No, I'm just
Anyway,
talking.
back to important things. If anyone has a 4.6, bang my line. I need a new differential.
Just get a quick change.
Ooh,
Think about all the money that you've spent on all these.
Googling how
different
much a kidney cost.
Yeah, on all these pumpkins and gears and all these things. It's like, damn, I would have been like $2,000 off of a quick change by now. And then a drive shaft, and then the axle, or I mean,
You wanna
yeah.
hear something stupid? My welded diff started making noise like 5 events ago. So I didn't listen to anybody and just filled the entire thing with Lucas, and now it's quiet.
The super thick stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's what I
gosh.
did to my KA for a while.
But yeah,
Fine.
it's fine.